We start with daily chart. Just I want to give a quick update. And based on daily chart, we get this drop. Even the price break the 2.9, then we see the reversal. Now the question is, what's the next? Whether this is the start of the uptrend and this is the flag, we can look for buy, or this is the internal flat as a running flat for the next drop. All right. Because of this sharp move. For sure, if we get this one, it can give us better confirmation to look for buy, but we have to be quite careful if anyone wants to look for buy at this point. Okay, anyway, we move to higher time frame. First of all, if we move to monthly chart, we mentioned with the breakout of the all-time high, we have been looking for 4.2, but the main target, at least we have been looking for 5.4. I explained my last analysis, but from what we can see here, based on monthly chart, as long as the price is below all-time high, which is the 3.3, if anyone wants to look for buy based on lower time frame, they should know how to manage their trade, because we don't want to buy at the stop, either turn to a deeper correction or we get the reversal. Okay, because the way is consolidating, we see the correction here, we have to be quite careful. Anyway, we're looking to see the breakout of the all-time high. The price, the first time we see the break, could be the breakout of the 3.3. The price tag somewhere around 3.67. All right. Now, the reason I mentioned we have to be quite careful, because from what we have here, we can expect this one turn to what we have here. That's mean the price consolidate here for more complex correction before we see the continuation. That's why we can expect the price even drop to 1.97 because of what we get here. All right. It doesn't mean we have to wait for that possibility. The reason I'm highlighting, we have to be quite careful and we have to be aware if anyone wants to look for buy within this zone. Okay. And based on weekly chart, I don't see any trade setup. And if we move to daily chart, I mentioned whether we can look for this one as a flag or not. Okay. But it's if we can expect this one turn to a flat. That's mean the possibility for the next drop, at least the price retest this low is very high. Okay, that's why it doesn't mean we cannot look for buy from here. If anyone wants to look for buy from here based on lower time frame, they should be aware of this one. But even if you want to look at this one as a flag based on daily chart, we don't see any trade setup, because having a entry above this correction based on daily chart, for me, I'm not really interested. That's why I prefer to look for trade based on lower time frame. And if we move to forward chart, all right, having entry above here, even for me, I'm not really interested, because it's somewhere around 3.1, almost 3% above the higher, above the current price. Okay, that's why for me, if I want to look for buy, I move to 1 hour chart. All right, and at this point, this is not the flag. If this one turned to a flag, then I will put my entry above here. If they start to drop, at least I'm not in the trade. Or if the price tag and break my entry, as long as the price retests this stop, I move my stop loss to break even. Okay. And if anyone wants to look for buy from here as a flag, the only option is to put our entry above here. And what we want a price sharply tag, break, and continue the price tag. Within the first 2 hours, there is no continuation. I will take out the trade. Okay. Because the best possibility, if we conform with this one as a 3 waves following by their next drop, then we get this reversal. This is the best, but it doesn't mean we have to wait for that. But at this point, I mentioned if we want to look for trade, I don't see any trade setup, and I will wait. If I get the flag from here, then I will take it. Then if the price continue from here without giving us a trade setup, I just let it go. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any changes or any update, then I will share. Thanks.